friends, to another impactful episode. We're about to go through and highlight a melanated married couple or just go through some lessons that we got. Make sure y'all tap in with the conversation. Queen, where can they go to tap in?
TheeM4Show.com.
Yes, ma'am. And make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. Queen, where can they follow us on Instagram?
TheeM4Show.
Now, if y'all haven't liked and subscribed, it would make the Queen very, very happy. If you can go ahead. Very? What should they do?
You should go ahead and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're watching or listening. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
It's free and your first step to becoming a millionaire. Go ahead and click that button. And let's get into the show.
Let's do it. Just happy anniversary by liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel.
Not a bad gift. Hey y'all.
Oh, hey.
Welcome back to the M4 show. M4 standing for Melanated Married Millionaires in the making, which we are. Are we?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Before we get into this, you remember that millionaire sign that we bought for this show?
Yes.
And how very excited we were because on Amazon it looked like it was like a street sign and it looked very stable, very strong, a very strong statement in saying we are millionaires. This thing came in the mail. I don't know if you saw it yet, but it's this little sticker, Jair.
Millionaires.
I was like, what is this? This is not, granted, I'm known for not reading.
Sticker.
This is a bumper sticker, like 100%. Granted, I'm known for really not reading details on things before I purchase them. So I'll take that L. But in the picture, it looks so much bigger.
Yeah, I run into that with Instacart all the time. It looks so big, like the big thing of almond milk, and you get it. It's like this. I'm like, gosh, dang it!
Look, got people out here catfishing on Amazon and what's the thing you just said? Instacart. Listen, get it right, get it tight. Anyway, welcome back. Today we're gonna cover another melanated married millionaire couple. This is Russell Wilson and Mrs. Ciara Wilson as well. Before we get into it and talk about their journey, their wealth, and some of the challenges that we perceive them to overcome. Queen, can you hit us with a did you know?
Did you know that physical touch and physical intimacy can help lower your cortisol levels and help you de-stress and feel less stressed? I always like to put the caveat, I've shared this one before, I always like to put the caveat that it has to be wanted physical touch. If it is unwanted, it's going to raise cortisol levels. Nobody wants to be, you consent, right? If you have consent, that physical touch and that intimacy can actually help you de-stress. So if you have a loved one, it doesn't have to be an intimate partner. It can be a brother, a mother, someone that you love. Make sure you give them a nice tight hug. I feel like we're kind of hopefully coming out of this pandemic where I think there was a lot of social distancing, a lot of like not wanting to be, touching another human being, but, especially within your own family, now that we're kind of getting out of this, get those hugs in, get that love in, so hug your mom, hug your best friend, hug your sister, hug all of the people that you love, because that does actually form that deeper bond, that deeper connection. You get on the same wavelength and your cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, can actually decrease. So Go get you some love. Get you some love.
Go get you some love. Speaking of love, who's calling me right now? 877. Listen,
that ain't love.
That ain't love. I don't know what that is, but that ain't love. I'll tell you that right now.
No love comes from an 877 number.
Unless you gotta pay for it. Crickets.
Can we have a crickets?
Crickets. Ciara Wilson, right? And the reason why I really wanted to cover them is because, unfortunately, within America, we know that a lot of marriages are ending up in divorces, right? Including, Russ and Ciara, not their marriage, previous marriages.
Like, you know something I don't know.
Theirs is beautiful, right? But both of them come from separate engagements or separate marriages that didn't work out for their own personal reasons, but they were still able to come together to create a beautiful mixed family. And I think within, myself experiencing mixed families, within a lot of Americans out there experiencing divorces or mixed families, I think it's cool to see a, so far, successful, healthy, beautiful couple that has come together with mixed families. So wanted to kind of give an example of that, show the barriers that they've overcome, and of course, talk about some of the money
Dollar
bags
bills,
and money
y'all.
moves that they have made over the years as well. Queen.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Oh, I stay ready.
Okay.
Well, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Over 50% of Black Americans are unmarried, and only 2% of Black families in America have a net worth over $1 million.
We are on our journey to not only join that 2%, but grow that 2%.
Facts. I'm Devon Truvel, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game, with my beautiful co-host.
I'm Sinclair, aka the health nerd.
And welcome to the M4 show. Listen, you trying to work technology. Instagram be making some changes. Jay, does it look better now? Is it still dark?
This man.
This is fun. You know, you got to experiment with some stuff.
Is it the camera just on me? Is that what you're
doing?
Right
now it's just on you because
you're close up.
You're more beautiful than I am.
That's subjective.
It is subjective. You're right. I'm beautiful too. But Queen, you did a fabulous job making some slides for us today, and I do appreciate the teamwork. Right, all week or all month, last 2 months, all my life. Appreciate the teamwork and you picking up where I am not having the time or resources to pick up in.
That's what I'm here for.
Teamwork. It makes the dream work, y'all. But can we go to slide number 1? Kind of just talking about the love story and how Ciara and Russ, as you know, I like to call him my man Russ. How'd they meet? Go ahead, Queen.
So we did already kind of talk about they each had their own situations. So Ciara had broken off her engagement with the rapper Future in 2014. And then just a year later, in 2015, they were both at the University of Wisconsin basketball game. And that's where they met. You know, they was like, oh, who was you? Oh, who was you? Oh, you trying to. And then, you know.
And I know Russ went to University of Wisconsin at some point. So I mean, that's why he was there. I don't remember why Ciara was there.
She was trying to get chose.
That's what she was just trying to get chose.
She was just
going to a college basketball game to get chose. Is that where it's at, y'all? y'all let other
Maybe she peeped him. Maybe she knew he was going to be there. You never know.
You're right. Okay, so they met at the basketball game, right? He drops his, hey girl, trying to let me score a touchdown. I don't know what are his lines.
I don't know. Not that.
He seems like someone who would have very bad lines.
He seems, yes. I see him. I don't take this the wrong way, but similar to.
That's how I know it's about to go left. It's about to go left real quick.
Similar to you, where like your pickup lines were not good, but they were funny.
Effective.
They were effective because they were you and just super corny. And that's what made them. That's what made them work. I
imagine him having corny game.
I do.
But worked. Because I feel like coming from a Future, who I imagine having not regular game, but like that playa game.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That real playa. Y'all know some of his songs. This is a family friendly podcast, so I'm not gonna name some of his songs. But coming from that to a hi.
Not hi.
My name's Russell, and
I mean, his name is Russell.
I sure do like your goodies.
What is you know you didn't.
No, that doesn't work.
What is Future's real name? Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Legitimately couldn't tell you that man's real name. But they met at the basketball game, right? University of Wisconsin. Russell did whatever he did, and apparently they got on a date.
Yep. They went on a dinner date. And only a year later, not even a full year, they got engaged.
Boom.
I don't know the story behind the engagement. I don't know if you know.
I do not.
I don't. And then, so they got engaged in March of 2016 and then got married in secret in July in England in a castle.
Yes.
Like true royalty.
True royalty getting married in a castle, making us all look bad. Russ, if you don't slow your rich self down, all right. But I think I like that they came from separate families. Again, they have both had past relationships that didn't work out the best. They met each other, I believe it was March 2015. just 1 year of dating, which seems short, but I feel like when you're grown, when you live some life,
Right.
when you know, right? So they had their year of engagement, year of courting, year of getting to know each other, and then only what's that, 4 months, March to July,
Yeah.
4 months of an engagement. We had a 2 year engagement because we had to save for the wedding. To be honest with you,
Yes.
would you have gotten married in 4 months if we just had $1 million in the bank? Would you have gotten married quicker, or did you like the
No,
engagement?
I liked the long engagement because it gave, a planner. So it really gave me
You are?
time to plan and not have to rush everything. 4 months seems like a really short amount of time to
Mhm.
just even plan an event. Like not even take the fact that it's a marriage out to plan an event of that scale. 4 months is a very short amount of time. So
So you think they were planning?
that's true. I can't even put myself in the mindset of someone who got that much money.
I need you to get yourself in that mindset,
I know.
Queen.
That's what we're here for,
You
right?
have to get there here first before you can get there in the real world.
I mean, yeah, if we had just money to just sign the checks here, this is what I want to make it happen, then yeah, why not? Why not?
Okay, y'all let us know what is the appropriate amount of time to be engaged to somebody, right? Irregardless,
Irregardless.
I like that word. Irregardless of how long you've been dating them, how long should y'all be in a engagement for before you get married? Is it 2 months, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years? How long is too long? How long is too short? Let us know. Okay.
I do feel like part of me is like, I do like the idea of, I mean, maybe like, of course, this is all arbitrary, but like 6 months to really just make sure like you've crossed the T's, you dotted the I's. Like if you want to do marriage counseling, that type of stuff, to really make sure that you found the one, that's your person. But at the same time, I'm like, you probably should have already done that before you proposed or got engaged. So it really could go either way.
So the reason why I think I agree with you, it's probably 6 months to a year at minimum. For me, it's the living together. I think, and technically, we didn't officially live together until we were engaged. And I think I can safely say there were some things where you were like, living with you, it's cool. But now that we were living together, that's a surprise, right? Say same thing for me. It's like, okay, we were separate, and now I see how you live in your space. Didn't know that. So I think that engagement period is the period where, unless you were already living together, gives you that chance to see, like, okay, what are our habits together? What's our living environment like together? How do you wake up? How do I wake up? How do you go to sleep? How do vice versa?
What's your morning breath like?
Morning breath. Listen, it's not good. I'll tell you that right now.
It's not.
It's not good.
Anyways, that's irrelevant. Don't me. Look, if we just watched the movie where, what was it, Sandra Bullock, and she like got up and like jizzed your hair and put makeup on and like go in and brush your teeth. I was like, I'm not doing all of that. I'm rolling over. This is how I wake up. This is what you get.
Woke up like this. Hey,
I woke up like this. If you're gonna marry me, you're gonna take me as I am.
Yes, ma'am. I do.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, we are trying something new on IG. Right. Hey, what's up, King Doth? What's up, Jair? We got some folks on here. We appreciate you. We also appreciate people watching live on YouTube. We are constantly trying to grow and make this show better. Y'all can help us by giving us a like wherever you are watching or listening. Give us a like and make sure you are subscribing to the YouTube channel or anywhere you are watching: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. So Queen.
Yes.
I'm gonna end this IG live first off. Peace. Appreciate y'all.
About time.
Yeah. Question for you. What barriers do you think my man Russ and Ciara had to get over?
And CC.
And see, I was about to say CC, but I mean, I don't know her like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know Russ.
Me and Russ,
okay.
I'm just kidding. I have no formal, informal, virtual, or augmented reality relationship or knowledge of the aforementioned Russell Wilson.
Aforementioned. When it's a lawyer mode.
Right. Well, real quick, all right? Make sure we crossing the T's, dotting the I's, Xing the X's. You heard that before? You gotta X the. Anyway, what barriers do you think they had to overcome to have a successful first relationship and then now a successful marriage? What are some of those things that you feel from just outside looking in they had to overcome?
Well, I think we did talk about her previous engagement to Future. I think Future has a lot of preconceived notions about him. Don't know the man myself. I've heard some things. And yeah, so I imagine that there are a lot of what's another word for like rumors or like those just perceptions that he probably had to make sure that he did not put on Ciara, knowing that
he being
Russell
okay.
Knowing that she had come from a previous relationship with a guy who has a little bit of a reputation of being kind of an a-hole. Yeah, so I think that I mean, like, you can't judge somebody based on who they're with, based on a certain time in their life. You don't know what their relationship was like. So I think I'm happy for her that she was able to find a good man. Again, I don't know her. I don't know Future like that, but he just doesn't seem like he would be.
He doesn't. No,
I'm sorry.
No disrespect, but he doesn't seem like the person that opens doors.
The like knight in shining armor, but I definitely get that feeling from a Russell. Like, he's like chivalrous. And again, these are all just assumptions based on what we've seen. But he just very much seems like he puts the woman first. So I love that she was able to find that. But I do think that there was probably some of those perceptions that they had of the previous relationship that they had to move past. I mean, and then even from her point of view, right, coming from that type of relationship, clearly the fact that it did end in a broken off engagement, we know that something didn't go quite according to plan. So the fact that she was then able to, I'm assuming, take herself out of that situation, do whatever she needed to do to build herself back up, and then get out into and still be able to recognize that there's other guys out there that see her the way that she is, and see her as a fantastic Black queen that she is, and was able to be even open to going on a date with Russell when he asked, and still think like, oh yeah, wow, this is a good guy, let me give him a chance. Yeah.
So when we talk about me possibly Future not being the knight in shining armor, are we doing it based on his lyrics and his songs, based on the perception of rappers in general? Like, what makes us come to that conclusion? For me, it's the songs personally, which you can judge people by their songs, but we don't know if what he's saying in the songs is truth or not truth. He could be just as dorky as Russ. As soon as the mic gets turned off, the camera turns off, Future may be a dork too. We don't know.
Could be.
But we're hedging that what he says in his songs, that's real life.
That's only part of it. I have, I got some friends who in the dance industry, and I've heard some things that he's maybe not the nicest person.
Let me see why. Let me ask Google. Why did Ciara and Future break up? What do you think?
According to Showbiz Cheat Sheet, in the case of Ciara and Future, it seems that may have been why they split. There were rumors that Future was unfaithful to his then fiancée shortly after they called off their engagement.
Oh, don't do it to me, Future. Oh no. Okay. Well,
boom.
There it goes.
Google has spoken.
Google has
and confirmed all of our preconceived.
There it is. So that's a barrier in itself, right? Ciara was coming from a situation where she wasn't being treated respectfully, and she didn't have that faithfulness. So leaving that relationship, she was probably already thinking, can I trust people? Can I trust men? Can I trust my partner in general? Which I think, looking at that, it does make sense why she flopped all the way to Russell, who does look like a very straight edge person, looks like a very faithful person, looks like, again, this is all stereotypes just based on how he carries himself, but it's kind of a safe place. Right? It is a knight in shining armor kind of situation, from my perspective.
Yeah.
Something else that I think Russell had to kind of get over in his head, and again, rumors. Right? There was rumors out there. I heard this when I was in high school, when I was in college, that Ciara may or may not have a cross-gender identity. Did you hear that?
Yes, I think that was a childish rumor
thing. Yeah, very childish. Very childish, but it was still like rumors out there that you hear, and you need to, I think, mentally still get over the perception of, I'm about to get with someone who there's been rumors about being cross-gendered, right? And again, this is before the woke ages of 2020, 2019, when it was like being more, I think, talked about and out there. This was in 2010, 2009, 2007.
Before that, yeah.
Yeah, this is a while ago. So I think that's another barrier that they needed to get over is every celebrity couple is the rumors and how do people perceive our relationship versus what our relationship is in real life outside of the tabloids, outside of the pictures, videos, all that.
Yep. I mean, on the side of Russell, I think, and this has been more recently, where whoever called him like a square, and was like, yeah, he like. I feel like when you think of square, like I feel like there again are preconceived notions that you have with that, like someone who can't have fun and like let loose. But it's like I'm sure that's something that he's had to overcome too, to show that like I'm sure Ciara is not with a boring man. Like I'm sure he is fun, he's spontaneous. I'm sure he's all those things to keep it,
or maybe not. I don't think it's bad. I think if Ciara is that fun, spontaneous person and he's not, it could be he being with her is forcing him to get out of his shell and be more fun, spontaneous, etc.
Could be.
The whole thing that where opposites attract. And I feel like when I think of a Ciara in the future, I feel like they're both very party people, both not afraid of the attention, both probably life of the party type people, which didn't work out too well. So now you see a Russ and a Ciara where they're on opposite spectrums, but it works.
Yeah, it could. Who knows?
Who knows? They know.
They know.
They know. All right, moving on. Are we ready to talk about wealth?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna need your.
We've been gossiping enough.
we have. Right. So now let's move on and let's talk about the wealth portfolio, the net worth of the beautiful couple, and kind of their streams of income that they have coming up. So let's go ahead and throw that on the screen. And Queen, I'm gonna need you to use your super eyes.
Good Lord. Yeah, this is my genuine reaction because I did not look at this beforehand. The joint net worth of $140 million.
You surprised?
That's a lot.
It is.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's just like it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So a 4-year 100. Oh, so Russell has a 4-year $140 million NFL contract.
Yes. So he had that with the Seattle Seahawks. That was in 2019. That contract is now over. He's now with the Denver Broncos, but still that 4-year contract for $140 million got him in, I believe, the top spot for paid NFL players at the moment.
How does that work if it hasn't been 4 years?
The Broncos most likely bought out that contract and then he's finishing it somewhere else.
But he still gets paid the 140 just from a different team?
That is what I would imagine.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Number 2 on that list was what, Queen? As soon as we can bring it back up. There we go.
Investor in Portland.
Yep.
Oh, he was an investor in the or I don't know who. But one of them was an investor in the Portland Diamond Project.
Yeah, so the Portland Diamond Project is a project that's trying to bring a Major League Baseball team to Portland, Oregon.
I mean, I know Ciara's from Atlanta. Is Russell from Portland? Why Portland?
These are great questions. I don't know why Portland. I think, go ahead and Google search that. Hey, the internet is a beautiful tool. But he was in Seattle for a long time, which is not Oregon, which is Washington.
Yes.
But I would imagine that's why he made some connections and he was like, hey, this looks like a good investment opportunity.
Cincinnati. Oh, maybe they just like Portland.
Yeah, this is a good investment opportunity. If you can be a part of bringing a Major League Baseball team to a state, like imagine how much that return on investment is, that legacy of being able to be an owner. Your kids are now part owners. I think that was just a huge legacy move.
Yeah,
I would imagine. Yeah.
Smart move.
Oh yeah, definitely. Number 3 on there is really just talking about Ciara's music career. You know how old Ciara was when she first started?
16.
Check that. But she started in high school with a singing group. And then she started writing songs for people like Fantasia and other folks while in high school working. She then graduated from high school in 2003. And that's when she made 1-2 Step, right? 18 years old.
The jam.
The jam. And then she also made Goodies in 2004 with Lil Jon. So like literally right after high school, 18 years old, she's already out here pumping out hits. And I don't think I knew she was 18 back then. I don't think most people knew she was barely out of high school at 18 talking about my Goodies. right?
That is slightly interesting.
It is very interesting. I don't think we do that context, but Ciara's been in the game for a while. Today I haven't heard any new music from her, but she's very big into TikTok. Hearsay. Thank you. I was like, it's ear something.
I was really having a hard time finding it.
Well done, Queen. So she was in a high school group called Hearsay. Didn't last too long, but that's where she got, her first steps. See what I did there? First steps into the music game. And then today she is a model, social media influencer. She makes thousands of dollars per post on TikTok and all that good stuff. Yep. Right, so they got their streams. Some things that they're doing together as a unified couple are, one, they have a fragrance together.
Do they?
RNC fragrance.
So is it like a unisex or an all gendered fragrance? Like it's literally one fragrance?
It's a great question. Or is it maybe a line of fragrance? Are we gonna buy some RNC fragrance?
Maybe.
Yeah. Test it out. I need some new cologne.
Okay. We'll get you some R.
We'll get some. Okay. Thank you. We'll test that out. They also have a fashion brand called LRNC, which stands for love, respect, and care. Oh,
that's cute.
It is cute. But they started that fashion brand together.
I didn't know either of these things.
No,
I've never seen this fashion brand. I'm gonna have to check it out. I know she has a fashion brand that she just started too. I wonder if it's separate from that. She'd be modeling her boots and stuff on her Instagram. They're cute. Yeah. I see you.
The cool thing that I think I like about their fashion brand is 3% goes towards their nonprofit. So 3% of all of their sales from the LRNC fashion brand goes towards their nonprofit, which is the Wilson's Why Not You Foundation.
Yes.
Right. And that foundation is doing some good work all across the world. And I like that model of, we have our fashion brand that still represents positivity, right? But then within our fashion brand, things are being rolled over into our nonprofit that continues to do good stuff as well. I would like our legacy to be set up very similar, right? We have the M4 show, we have Black Wall Street, the board game, we have True Hope Forever, that all pour into our family nonprofit that then goes out and gives, I don't know, toy drives, food drives, scholarships, clothes to people who need clothes, shoes, people who need shoes, all that beautiful stuff.
Love it.
You agree?
Yes.
Cool.
Cute.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Queen, anything else you wanted to say about the $140 million beautiful net worth, combined net worth of Russell and Ciara?
I did want to just say I don't remember if Grandy might have been the one that put me onto this.
Shout out to Grandy.
I think she was saying something about her like owning the masters to her songs. I don't know if all of them, but at least I think like Level Up and hopefully the recent ones.
Yeah, she definitely said Level Up,
which is golden because that has like that was a whole movement. Like whenever that 2 summers ago, whenever that was, like that was a whole movement. Got dancers in the industry that was making their, it had the whole dance going on. That TikTok, I feel like it just really blew up. So very happy to hear that she's owning the masters there. But I thought that's just a very smart businesswoman move. So just wanted to take my hat off there, that even in the music industry, I feel like that's one place where a lot of artists, I don't want to say mess up, but maybe regret things later when they realize like they want to own their stuff and maybe have a hard time, getting that ownership. So very happy to see that she is owning her own music.
Agreed. And how does that lesson perhaps translate to other things? Like what is that lesson that you're taking away? And this is the ask declare question, right?
Look at that. It's almost like you planned it.
It almost. But the ask declare question is like, what lesson do you take away from Ciara and Russell's relationship, or even them as individual business people? Right. So you can either talk about the owning your master situation, or you can talk about something else.
I mean, just the power. I mean, to broaden that further, like that's just, I think, showing the power of ownership. Like, yes, you can. It's cool to be popular. It's cool to be liked and well known. But I think what you really want to do is figure out how to capitalize that. So I feel like she has done a very good job of that with her posts on, like she's getting paid for those posts. She's not just out here making us happy. Like she's also getting paid for these posts. So I think that she has done a very good job on capitalizing on on her music. I'm gonna put out this music. Y'all gonna love it. It's gonna go live, but I'm also gonna, get my money from this and get my, what she deserves. So I like that about, what she specifically has done. And yeah, I really do like them, like as a couple. Yeah. They make me happy. Their family's super cute. Yeah, I like them in general. So I think
how many kids they got? I know you know.
So I think please don't quote me on this. This is all just from what I think I've gathered from social media. I think they have 2 together. Mm-hmm. Maybe even I think they might have just had a third. I don't even know. But I know that she has Future from Future Junior. And I don't know if he had kids from a previous.
I think he had one from a previous one.
Okay, then I don't know.
They have 4, possibly 5.
Possibly.
See, and how many do we want?
5.
We're going 5. So you're looking at their family. You're like, oh, that's cute. That's beautiful. I want that for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you're watching, please just pray for me. All right. I want 5. I've got her to want possibly 4.
I mean, we're committed.
You're at 4?
Yeah. Anyways, we've been at 5. Like, when have I not been at 5?
Okay. Sinclair, what you have to realize is I love getting this on camera.
You got it on camera probably at least 3 times at this point.
For all I know, you can delete this footage at any time. But now, Jair, you've heard this, right? Sinclair has committed to 5. Grandy, I know you're out there listening.
But I've also said, let's have 1 and see how it goes.
You're reneging right now. What's going on? I don't like this. Edit that part out. Edit that part out. But hey, family's a beautiful thing. If you have the opportunity to have kids, even if you have the opportunity to adopt kids, foster kids, like there's a lot of beautiful children out there who are looking for a family or looking for you. Tap in, right? Can't wait. Tap. So Queen,
yes,
you said ownership, love, family. For me, I definitely love the I'm trying to do it separate from Steph and Aisha. I think the thing that I like that was similar is the fact that they have their own identities. Like I feel like Russell, like he's very known for being a football player, very known for being one of the best quarterbacks. Like he has a very, I think, solid identity outside of the marriage. So does Ciara. I think she's very well known for being in the music industry, being a writer, being a dancer, being a model. Like people know her separate, and they've been able to be now together, and people know them as Russ and Ciara as well. So I like how they have their kind of 3 different identities. I also like how they are building brands and legacies together, right? Like, oh, let's come together. Let's create the fragrance. Let's come together. Let's create the fashion brand. Let's come together and let's have our family foundation. Love that. And I think that's something that I'm definitely taking away from the relationship, from their relationship, is have your separate identities, right? What does Sinclair do as Sinclair, the queen, the health nerd? What does Devon do as the king, as Professor Truvel? And then what do we do together through the M4 show? All that good stuff, right? Queen.
Yes.
Anything else you want to cover with Russ and Cece before we go into some highlights and updates for us?
No.
All good?
It covers it.
Cool. So every now and again, we're going to cover some celebrities. We're going to cover some melanated married millionaires and try to see what lessons we can take from them. If y'all got some melanated married millionaires that we should be covering, go ahead and make sure y'all drop them in the comments, right? These can be celebrities. These can be just regular people that maybe are on YouTube or that nobody knows, that you think we can take some nuggets, take some wisdom from their journey. I will say that if we can't find things on them actively on the internet, that means that we need to interview them face to face, screen to screen, camera to camera. So go ahead and make sure you get that connection for us so that we can bring them on the show and do a live interview. But if we can find some stuff on the World Wide Web, on the WWW, we will. Okay?
That sounds so creepy.
On the WWW.
We're going to Google them and see what comes up.
Yeah, we go Google them. But again, if you know them and you want them to come on the show, you think they have wisdom, just go ahead and connect us, and we would much prefer.
Yeah.
Right. If we could have had Russ and Cece right here, hey, someday we're gonna get there. Literally in my head, in my vision, someday, LeBron, Kevin Hart, Eric Thomas, CeCe, Beyonce.
You know who we can have on this podcast now?
Who?
Future.
Hey, Future, listen, if you get love out there and you want to come on the show, come talk to us. All right, it's all good.
You're gonna blow up and get
Ready to go.
Run into Future one day. You're gonna be like, yeah, I heard your podcast.
That's how y'all feel. But Queen,
yes,
hit us with some updates for the week.
You know, if you are an active listener, you already know what I'm about to say. We have the 90-day weight loss formula. Yes, we are actively in summer, but you can get the body you want any time of year. Anytime. It's never too late to start. So we have 90-day weight loss formula, which is a holistic weight loss program where we talk about nutrition, we work on sleep, we work on stress management, we work on exercise, we work on it all because you are one whole person, and all of that affects your weight loss or lack thereof. So if that sounds, and I have to say this because this is my tagline, my goal is to have you looking so good that you're going to go into the back of your closet and pull out that freakum dress. And then you're going to turn on Ciara and dance in your freakum dress to goodies. Hey. That's my goal. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, go to queencoaching.com and book your free discovery call with me. That's just where we'll talk and make sure that the program is going to be right for you and you're going to be right for the program, because I'm not about just taking people's money. I want to make sure that you can be a walking billboard for me. Everybody's going to be asking you, girl, what did you do? You can be like, girl, queen to queen.
Girl, I leveled up.
I leveled up. Yes. I see what you did there. But if you're still trying to lose weight and you're not quite ready to pay for a program, we also have a free weight loss accountability group. You can also go to find that on the website, queen2queen coaching.com. And in the top right-hand corner, we have a free weight loss program button. Click on that, sign up, and we are just a bunch of queens helping each other lose weight. That's really it. We're here putting our goals in and holding each other accountable. And that is 100% free. So if you are not quite ready to pay for a program, but you still have that goal that you're trying to reach, make sure you join that weight loss accountability group.
Boom. There it is, y'all. Go ahead and level up. Get that freakum dress and shake it. Shake your goodies. All that good stuff.
Shake
your goodies. So for me, first off, if you don't know, I just got back from the Village Nation Uni Camp. All right. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of bugs, a lot of sun. I climbed the Alpine Tower, which was really fun. It was like not like a rock climbing tower, but like it was wood.
Rope climbing.
There was rope involved. There was wood involved. There were little handles that you have to grab and go up. And it was very, very complicated. Shout out to Sasquatch, who was my on belay. His camper name was Sasquatch.
I see.
And he was my on belay, the person who holds the rope, make sure I don't die.
There's a person that does that?
There was a human being below who was holding the rope strapped in, and he was making sure I didn't die. Yeah. And at the beginning, he was like, all right, we're gonna do a trust fall. All right. And I was like, huh? Trust fall? He was like, yeah. Do you trust me? I was like, I just met you.
No, sir, your name is Sasquatch.
I just met you. All right. But he was like, all right, you're gonna climb up a little bit, and then you're just gonna let go and fall to the right.
You got me messed up.
He was like, I got you. Trust me. You trust me, Black Wall Street? I was like, all right, Sasquatch, I trust you. So then I let go, and I didn't fall. I didn't die.
But what happens if, God forbid, the person just collapses, has a seizure, sneezes wrong? There's an earthquake. They fall into the depths of the earth.
Then we both going down.
That's crazy.
All for one. One
better
for all.
stake my thing into the ground.
Ooh, it was definitely scary.
Eaten stuff. By a bear.
Goodness gracious.
There's a lot of things that can happen.
There are a lot of things, and I see why you will not be climbing any Alpine towers now or in the future. Okay. But yeah, it was fun, and I think it did give me the kind of sense and confidence that I can do things that I don't think I'm able to do. Right. Because I feel like climbing the Alpine is something that I was like, that seems high. I don't know if I can do it. Reaching for certain holes, I was like, this is kind of far. I don't know if I can do it. But the fact that I was able to make it all the way to the top, yes, definitely with some assistance, but it was still mostly on me and my beliefs, was a cool conquering feeling, right? So shout out to Sasquatch. Appreciate you.
I would do that if you were on the bottom.
Yeah, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get eaten by a bear down there, and you're all
but
good.
I'm saying,
the earthquake can take me, and I can fall into the depths of the earth.
But I'm saying that I just trust that, like, you would
hold on, even if a bear eats me.
I'm saying, like, no, my queen. yeah, no.
Oh, listen, there's a whole nother story we can talk about me taking sprinkler bullets over here for this woman. It's a whole nother podcast. We're not gonna get into it today.
Top 10.
It's good times.
Top 10.
Long story short, back in 2017, I worked the Village Nation Uni Camp, and this was before the board game. My camper name was Black Wall Street. I went up there, and none of the campers knew the history of Tulsa Black Wall Street. So the camp was really a big catalyst, a big reason why I even invented the game, why we even invented the game, leaving the mountain, calling the queen, like, hey, queen, what do you think about this idea, right? All came from that camp. Mm-hmm. So to be able to come back to the camp, bring games, talk about financial literacy with the students, have the same camper name, Black Wall Street. It was just a fun, full circle experience. Right? I met some really dope campers that I hope to continue to work with, maybe hiring some ambassadors or interns. I'm excited. But yeah, it was a good look. So long story short, make sure y'all continue to support Black Wall Street, the board game. Get yourself a game today. You can go to playblackwallstreet.com. Get yourself a game. Every game that you buy helps us continue to teach financial literacy to your family, to scholars, to school districts, and to kids all around the world. So make sure y'all go ahead and get you a game today. Playblackwallstreet.com. Queen.
King.
Queen.
King.
How you feeling?
Good.
Good? Mm-hmm. Okay. You ready to get on out of here?
I am.
You are? Okay. Any last nuggets of wisdom you want to leave the people with before we go?
Be great.
Be great.
Be great.
There it is. The last words of wisdom that I will leave you with is a concept that Russ got from his father. And by Russ, I mean Russell Wilson, of course, my dear friend. He got this from his father, and his father told him, you gotta tell people what that meant, and you have to say what you're doing for the listeners who can't see you.
Oh, I rolled my eyes, which is something I learned from Devon. You act like you're grabbing your eyes, and you roll them like dice, and then throw them out. That's what I did, because he called Russell Wilson his dear friend.
Yes, good times. But what he got from his father was, it's not about the day that you're born. It's not about the day that you die. It's about that hash mark in the middle, right? It's about what did you do? What did you accomplish within that hash mark, and whose lives did you impact between your birth and your death, right? So I encourage you all, people who are listening, who are watching, and definitely share this episode with a friend. But what are you doing with your hash mark, with your dash mark? There you go. What are you doing between the birth and death to impact other people's lives? And what is the legacy that you want to leave on this beautiful planet that we call today Earth?
I like it.
Thanks, Queen. All right, folks, we appreciate y'all. Thanks for tapping into the M4 show, where we are melanated married millionaires in the making. We appreciate y'all, and make sure you like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
On the flippity flip. On the flippity flip. Thank you for supporting the M4 show and our mission to increase the wealth of Black families.
If you received any value from this episode, any value at all, any, do us a favor and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube and Apple, Spotify, anything, all of them, all of them. Wherever you're listening, go ahead and like and subscribe.
And after you like and subscribe, make sure you send this episode to at least one family that you really want to see win. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.